Namaste, welcome to Sthita Pragna. And how are you all doing? Are you enjoying this playlist so far? If you want me to add, you know, some things that I'm not covering, do let me know in the comments. If you're not enjoying, do let me know that as well so that I will know what to change, what to add, how to, you know, modify certain things, etc. I hope you are enjoying because that is my goal to creating this huge playlist. So you guys learning is important to me. That is the whole goal of it. That's why I didn't even put this on Udemy and instead I'm offering it here. All right, that being said, in this video you will go from installed. I installed the software but I'm unsure about what I did, to confidently launching PySpark from the terminal, which we did, and integrating it with Jupyter, which we did. But what we are going to do next is setting up a clean Docker based PySpark workflow. And guess what? Trying Databricks Community Edition for managed Spark notebooks. I will show you each command and output, explain what it means, and call out any gotchas so you can follow along without surprises. So, what are we waiting for? Let's dive in. First, let's confirm PySpark runs from your terminal or Anaconda prompt, and make sure our Anaconda environment is set to anything you want, but we set it to Spark dash env, I guess, before invoking PySpark. And when it starts correctly, you will see something like I mean, we set it up to open Jupyter, but something maybe like this, right? Now, remember I said at least Windows, as far as Windows is concerned, um, that how do I open, how do I make my Jupyter identify PySpark without find Spark, right? But I guess find Spark is the only way to do it there, which we already did. So we are good there. We don't want to do anything. But as I mentioned, that is not our topic here. We already did all those awesome stuff. Our main topic here is Dockers and Databricks. You might be thinking like, why Dockers though? Well, Docker helps you avoid works on my machine issues. Like there is a code, but it only works on their machine, not when you move it to QAR production environment. So Dockers technically avoid that particular problem. Why? Because once your image is defined, it runs the same everywhere Docker runs. Doesn't matter if it is Mac, if it is Windows, if it is Linux, regardless of the system, Python, Java, or other changes, it will run the same. Docker images, they encapsulate your runtime and dependencies. Containers are very lightweight compared to full virtual machines since they share the same or host OS kernel. This keeps your PySpark stack reproducible across teammates, laptops, and servers. You can rest in peace when you use Dockers because you won't see any surprises. Think of an image like as a template. Okay, image as a template. A container is a running instance of that image. Okay, you have a template, and when you use that template to run an instance, that's a container. Then you will build an image, then run a container that starts your app. It's as simple as that. Once you have an image, you will build it, then you will run a container that starts your app using this image. Okay, now that being said, let's work with creating or setting up Docker. This is pretty much involves so many things. So let's start it without any further delay. For this, you would have to set up a Docker account, and I am going to show you how to do all that, where to go and do it. Then once you set up the account, we will install the Docker desktop, and then we will sign in. Then we can build an image that runs a tiny Python script. As simple as that. Okay. So where do I go to register? Is that your question? If it is, let's go ahead and do that. Shall we? Yes. And don't worry, links will already be provided to you, so that should not be a problem. hub.docker.com/sign up. Okay. Of course, it's not going to be a work. It will be a personal email. That's fine. I'm going to delete it anyways. Please confirm. So I got a confirmation email. That's fine. I will verify it. Okay, I verified it. Now let's log into that. Okay, this is your Docker account. It's very simple, isn't it? Now, once you logged into this, let's try to download. What do we download? Docker desktop. Okay. Well, just give me a minute. Go to download, and here you go. Ubuntu. All right. I think it's not our mistake. I missed this part. With Ubuntu are the latest non-LTS version, but the one we have is LTS version. I guess that's why we are unable to install it. That's a bummer, isn't it? It is. So what should we do? Okay, that's fine. Let's go to our other setup. That's why having two things is good, isn't it? It is. So let's go to our friend Windows and do it there. What was it that we need to sign in, by the way? Hub HTTPS docker.com. Okay, and let's sign in. Okay, so I logged into my Docker on my Windows. So download for Windows. Save. Okay, it's downloaded. So let's click on this. Looks like I already have one installed. That's fine. For for you guys, I will just reinstall it. All right. Install success. Oh, wow. It literally logged me out. Um, and it closed my recording software. Luckily, I was able to recover it. Otherwise, imagine I would have to redo everything that I did so far. So let's click accept. Oh, I need to enter my email address. Seriously? What is this? Okay, it opened with, I guess, that's fine. Okay, it will ask you to enter your password in some other window. Okay, you logged in successfully. So this is your Docker desktop. Got it? Now there is a requirement that you need to do, that would be you. Okay, so you need to run that in case if it is not, since I already might have run it on my during my first time setup, but you need to run that. All right. Now is the time to create a Docker file. To create a Docker image, remember, to create a Docker image, you need a Docker file. Okay. So just to try it out, you will see how to create a basic Python image and run an application inside it. Using a text editor, we will open a new file called Docker file, and we are going to have basic code that I'm going to show you in a minute. Just give me a minute. Where is it? It should be here. No, here. Okay. So we are going to have this one. Am I not sharing? I'm not sharing. I hope I'm recording this screen, not some other screen. So we are going to have a Docker file, as you can see here. It doesn't have any extension. It's just a Docker file. Got it? And it contains this, and then copy and command. You are literally telling it what version of Python you should use, and this is coming from the Docker itself. You cannot enter whatever name you want here. This has to exit in the Docker repository. And you are telling copy this test script.py. This is another file that I'm going to show you. We are going to create it, and we are telling it to copy it to the root, and then we are telling it to execute this command like python space that one. So assuming that yeah, they are installing Python, so this should work. Got it? And this file should exist in the same location as the Docker file for this code to work. Which file? The test script.py. Both this and the Docker file should exist in the same location. And where is that my Python? Huh, I don't have that. Okay, never mind. That's fine. And if you are wondering what we should put in here, let me copy that. So let's create one. Let's save it to this. Okay, I have it in my chapter 2. Oh, I already have it, then why don't I see it? Huh? Oh, I have it. Never mind. Okay, so this is my test script.py, and all I'm doing in this Python code is saying hello world, and I'm telling my current time is this using the time method. Okay, this is basic. It's not a problem. Anyone can do it. But what do you need first? A Docker file, and in the Docker file, you are going to set up the dependencies. and you are telling what it should do, install that, copy this to the root, which is this script, then execute this command. Whatever result it gets, it will give that result, right? So overall, you already understood what is happening. You are using a base image, which is the Python 3.11, a slim version. Next, we are copying the local file called that to Docker. Finally, we are executing it. That's all. Now we can create the Docker image, but how do you do that? Of course, using Docker commands. You can check the Docker website like docs.docker.com to check all the Docker commands that are available. Um, for this, though, we are only going to use two commands, which are good enough, which is docker build and docker run. So let's open command prompt, which is right here. And we are going to have docker build. What did I say? We need to use the build. We need to build first. But again, we need to build it from the location where we have these two files, right? So let me copy these two files to my user directory so that since I am already in my user directory, it should not be a big problem. Okay, I copy pasted them into this directory. So if I list it, oh sorry, if I dir it, you should see them somewhere. Okay, here. Test script and Docker file, right? Okay. Okay. What did I say? We need to have Docker build -t, and you need to use your username that you enrolled your account with. That's that. And then the test image. That's what I'm going to name my image. And I will say dot means in this folder, whatever Docker file, it will just identify it by this name Docker file. So it will pick that and build it. And it is doing that. And it will connect to my account. Bingo. Okay. Now if I go here, if I go to images, you see the test image is created successfully and the size is what? 200 MB. You are like, there are only 3 lines of code. How come? Well, it contains my Python as well, right? And everything that is needed to run that. Now you have your image. All you need to do is run. How do you run it? Well, again, simple command docker run your container or the test image that we created. So see the Pragna / test image. It's as simple as that. And you see what did it do? It ran and said, hello world. The current time is whatever that is. See? But remember, you need to give your username that you created your account with. Right? It's as simple as that. Is it too hard? No. But this is Python, not PySpark. We were able to set up Python image, not PySpark. So now let's pull an official PySpark ready notebook image, shall we? Because we don't want to do that. So many people already did it. Why do you want to do that? It's very simple on how you can do that. Let's go to, come on. Okay, let's go to our, I will show you that in a minute. Sub.docker.com, my account, right? You go here and you can search the Docker Hub for a PySpark image. Okay. So how are you going to do that? It's very simple. Just type Jupyter / PySpark. And bunch of things are going to show like this. And none of them are listed here. Let's see all searches. Look for, yeah, here you go. You see this Jupyter / PySpark notebook. Click on it. And if you want to go through the stuff, you can go through it. What we are going to do though is not download or anything from here. We came here just to copy this name. If you remember the name, that's fine. Now enter Docker. Cool. So we are going to get that image from there onto ours. So type run it. So it is pulling everything. Once the image is completely downloaded, we can run the code to ensure the image actually exists. How do you run it? By executing the command docker images. That will show all the images that are with us. And you can see these are all in too much MBs. If your internet connection is slow, it will take some time. So how many commands we learned? We have learned 3 commands so far: docker build, docker run, docker pull, and the next command is going to be docker images. Okay, let me take this somewhere. Okay, so it is finished. It's done. Now let's do the 4th command, docker images. Let me pull this away from here. Okay, so it's showing we have 2, the one that we created for the Python app and the PySpark name. See how much big it is? 7 GB. Goodness gracious. So here, let's start something simple. Then we will add port mapping, then volume mounts and interactive shell. And then let's watch how each option changes behavior, right? Let's again go back to our docker run command. Okay. Instead of using our old image, this one, we are going to use our image, this one. I think I copied it previously. That's fine. Docker run, paste that. And latest. Okay. Now it's telling us to open this in a browser. Correct? If I'm not wrong. Copy and paste one of these URLs. So I'm going to copy paste this one. And you will be surprised. Oh no. Okay, let me do this again. How does it expect me to copy it? Okay, let me use my mouse. Okay, I copied it. Yeah, I copied it. Nice. Interesting. It's not opening. I know why it might not be opening. So let's run a couple of other steps. If this is not working, I think there will be a problem with the port. That's why it won't work. So let's come here. Let's cancel this. Let's run this. Now you can see, right? We are giving it a start port, uh, inbound, outbound. So let's run this now. Now I have my 18. Let's refresh it. It's still not working. I think that's what it is telling me to use, right? Is it the same? No, it is not. Okay, hold on. Okay, still not working. That's fine. And let me run with this. So we are unable to reach it, right? So after invoking this command, we have seen a couple of lines of output and the link appears. But when we copy and paste the link in the browser, we don't see any Jupyter session that we were supposed to see. This is because I'm seeing no connection is established, but after I ran this, see this particular command, my Jupyter is here. What did I do? I executed this particular command 8888, right? So what you should be doing is, at least what is happening was, there is no connection established between Docker and the outside world. So in the next step, what did I do? I configured a port by running. First of all, I ran the, okay, let me click here. I don't know if it will show it here. No, it won't. I ran the command first. After it failed, I ran this command. Where is it? Here, you can see the right 7777888. We have selected two different ports here solely for explanatory purposes. After we executed this command, we have seen a similar output below. However, instead of using the 8888, it will work when you use the port 777. We should have tried with localhost 7777, but we didn't. That's fine. We entered the 777 and then not triple, quadruple 7, quadruple 8. So the port quadruple 7 becomes the doorway. So we see the output. Now that we are clear about the port syntax, what I did next was I assigned the same port to both sides, right? Like quadruple 8 and quadruple 8. That will make the printed link work for us, which it did, right? So that is what happened there because of the port issue. So you need to make sure you give it a separate port. But sometimes you want to access external files within Docker. This is again established using a simple command, and that is going to be, you need to give a command to which folder you want to give access to. Okay. Okay. So this is the command that I created. So now we can cancel this out. So this is the command. Okay. Now let's see what is going on here, right? As with the port mapping you saw earlier, notice the symbol -v right here. You can see it, which denotes the volume to mount while invoking the Docker command. And as you can see here, the left side, this is the local directory, which is my user. And then I created a folder called Spark. And I think I need to give, I don't know if it Windows like this works, but we'll try that. And the right is the directory in the Docker. This is in the Docker. Okay. In the next step, we will see how to invoke the Docker container in the interactive mode. Okay. So this we did. Now let's go here, and at the end, let's add bash. So here there are two changes actually. One more change is dash IT interactive mode. That's what it tells you, that initiation of an interactive session. And second, the inclusion of the bash command, which triggers the shell. So if you run this, oops, what happened? Oops, 1 minute. This is should be here. Okay, I guess these slashes won't work. Okay, let me try this. I don't know if it will work. No. What is it complaining? Invalid reference format. Is it supposed to be this? Okay, this is Docker login. Okay, this is good. Unable to find image Jupyter PySpark notebook. Why not? Locally. Interesting. So let's see Docker images. Oh, okay. There is a problem with this one, which is supposed to be a dash. So let me copy this for you guys. Okay. Jovian. I don't know why we got Jovian here. Maybe is this the person who created this? I- Is there a name? I don't think they have a name. But I told it to give my name as this. Why this name though? Hmm. Okay, let me not list, but let me. Okay, so I guess maybe that's the guy who created it, I guess, and that is the one. Okay, we are in there for some reason with that username. Okay, that's fine. I am not worried. Okay, so we did that. We entered into a Linux shell environment, allowing us to execute additional commands because I said interactive, right? So when you give IT, it will give you interactive where you can actually access the Docker OS and image and whatnot. And we can run the bash commands right here, as you have seen. We can install required packages within the Linux environment instead of giving a Docker file and whatnot. We can navigate to previously mapped folders and initiate the Jupyter notebook using commands like you can cd into the work command, and you should be able to see the files and folders. If you go into work, there are none, but yeah. Um, there are some additional tags for space optimization. I recommend you use the following command that I'm going to show you when you run your Docker command. And that command looks something like, let me type it here, Docker. Okay, actually we need to exit from here. Okay, address. Okay, Docker run, again iterate to it, and rm. I will explain you what this means. Shm size equals to 1 gig, ulimit memlock -1 minus p, and then it's going to be this. Okay, I'll come to that in a minute. Let me copy paste this though first. Okay, what is it complaining about? Flag R in the RM. What about that command? RM, it deletes the container after completing the specified task. This is suitable for short-lived containers. Um, we are explicitly telling the Docker daemon that once this container is finished running, it should clean up the files and delete them to save disk space. So what is the problem? R in RM. Okay. Docker run help. Okay. You see, we have RM. Did I put only one dash? Yeah, that's the problem. All right. And we might have got a link. And you can see Jupyter successfully opened. So you don't have to set up all that whatever we did previously. You could use the Docker to do this. Okay. So we know the RM. Let's see the other tags as well that we used. Okay. We use the SHM size, which is used to increase or decrease the shared memory size. For memory intensive containers, you can utilize this option to specify the shared memory size, which helps the containers run faster by giving additional access to allocated memory. And the final tag we used is ulimit memlock -1, and it provides the container with an unlimited locked in memory address space. This will lock the maximum available shared memory during the container invocation. You don't have to use all these options. However, it is good to know them. Now we have a working PySpark session with Docker. This is how you do it. Now you can go ahead and wow, use this like however we did used it before. You can see we have the Spark shell, Spark context successfully running. So PySpark is running. And where are we running this? We are running this in the Docker container. So that is it for the Docker. So far you learned how to run Spark in Ubuntu, in Windows. Now you know how to do it from Dockers as well. Isn't it amazing? Do you know any other YouTube channel doing all this awesome stuff? I don't think any YouTube channel shows you all these things how to do that. We even showed you IPython, and there are so many other things that will come, even including Zeppelin. So see, I'm providing all this to you, and I'm expecting a like, maybe a comment. If if you really like the content, maybe a subscription. You can do that, right? Okay, now let's jump into Databricks. So it will be the fourth one, right? Ubuntu, Windows, Docker, and next thing is Databricks. And I think you will like Databricks a lot because all you need to do is register and then you can immediately access PySpark. So if you don't have um, compute power on your laptop to set up all this stuff, then you can do that. But the problem would be you won't be able to run any Scala scripts, Java scripts that I will show later on, but that's fine. You can use the interactive Jupyter. Let's see. So do you prefer, these are all what manually installed or managed by us, but if you are interested in um, uh, managed Spark environments, not by us, Databricks Community Edition gives you a single node Spark cluster with a full notebook experience, great for learning and quick experiments. I have seen couple of YouTube channels explaining everything using Databricks because it's easy. You don't have to set up or explain any setup videos or anything like that. Okay, what we are going to see is fully managed Spark clusters, interactive workspace for exploration and visualization, and production pipeline scheduler and platform for Spark based apps. Let's see. Notebooks, we have seen them, Jupyter, we are looking at right now one here. So these are called collaborative notebooks. I mean, this one is not because it's only on my computer, but um, there is Databricks is collaborative notebooks. That is a commercial product offered by Databricks, the original creator of the Apache Spark, right? Apache, whoever created Apache Spark, they went ahead and established the Databricks company. If you look at their documentation, collaborative notebooks is designed for data engineers, data scientists, and data analysts to perform data analysis and build machine learning models that support multiple languages, built-in data visualization, and automatic data versioning. It also provides Spark on-demand compute infrastructure and can execute jobs for production data pipelines on a specific schedule. It is built around Apache Spark and provides four main value propositions to customers around the world. We already discussed those four just a minute ago. The collaborative notebooks product has two versions, the full platform and the community edition. Of course, full platform is paid. We are not going to use that. Instead, we will use the community edition. The commercial edition provides advanced features such as creating multiple clusters, user management, job scheduling. Got it? Which I'm not going to show you right now because I don't have that. Whereas the community edition is free and it is ideal for developers, data scientists, data engineers, and anyone who wants to learn Apache Spark or try Databricks. Okay, so let's cover some basic features of collaborative notebooks for community edition, which provides an easy and intuitive environment to learn Spark and to perform data analysis or build Spark applications. So this is not supposed to be a comprehensive guide. For that, you would have to refer Databricks user guide, which is available on docs.databricks.com. So first of all, to use these collaborative notebooks, we need to sign up for a free account on the community edition. How do you do that? Well, it's simple. Let's go. Let's go incognito and data bricks. And then you need to sign up, of course. I don't have an account. Free edition. So you go here, okay? You see it, looking for Databricks free edition, you go here. You don't click on either of this. Click here and let's enter our email. Okay, so let me see where is my email. Okay, let me take this the other side. And this is the password. That's fine. That's fine. Protecting your account, start the puzzle, okay? Oh no, you guys are going to see. Match the number of rocks with the number on the left. Seriously? Seriously. So AI can't do that? Interesting. I mean, of course, they are going to check our cursor movement. This is how you, once you log in, the welcome page looks like, and this page changes as you use it more. And by the way, I'm not going to explain each and every option here. We will have a dedicated video for Databricks. What I wanted to show you here is how to execute your PySpark commands or code like we did in earlier videos from Databricks. So there is a lot of changes that happened since I last seen this, but that's fine. Let's go and do some basic stuff. Um, Catalog is the place where your files, if you uploaded anything, or the ones that existing lies. So I went ahead and created a volume here, which is called Sthita Pragna, which is like a folder volume here. And on that volume, I have uploaded a file. You can upload to this volume by clicking here and browsing to your uh, OS. And then the files will be here. And you can copy the path of the volume so that you can use it in the notebook. So what I did is you can go to the create notebook, and here you can use AI to uh, create your code. I wouldn't recommend you in the beginning stages because here it does, but not everywhere. I mean, you can use GPTs, but when you are learning, I like you to learn it. But I have seen this with AWS Code Whisperer. You write the comment and it gives the code. Read from a CSV file. Type that. Sorry. Uh, Read from a CSV file. And not that, escape. So when you type it, it should give you the code automatically. But for some reason it is not. Start typing or generate with AI. Okay, so if I generate with AI, read from a CSV file. Generate. You don't have to do that actually. When you type it, I will automatically do it. But as you can see, it gave me my command. All I have to do is change my path from here. right? I have it's a CSV, it's a header, and I am displaying it. But the point is, I don't want you to do this because you won't learn the syntax uh, and etc. So do it hands on. By the way, you need to have a cluster here. So if you come here, it will be serverless. It will ask you to connect, click connect. Don't pick the SQL warehouse, that is for SQL. Pick the serverless one option and it will start immediately, like within a minute. And once you attached it, you can just write your code and run that code however we would do it normally from our Jupyter notebook, etc. So think of this as a Jupyter notebook, and you can execute anything you can execute there. Here you don't have to create Spark session and Spark context. By default it already has it. Basically that's what I wanted to show you here. And if you are interested in learning what all options these are, what are the things that we can do here using the community edition, I will definitely make a video on that. Let me know in the comments if you're interested. But for now, as far as this video is concerned, this is it. I only wanted to show you, if you want to execute these queries, how you can do that. Come here, run your Spark queries, whether it is in Python or in SQL or in Scala, you can do all that from here. For example, you can convert this into create or replace a view. You can consider that I will say DF view. And then I will say spark.sql. See, it's giving me everything. I don't like this. Okay, so you can run a SQL query. You created a view, and on that you did this. Okay, you are selecting everything, but it is a data frame again. So either you can do this and then do a dot show, because this result will be stored in a data frame and it will show everything similar to before, right? And this is SQL query. You can do anything you want. Like, where did it name the column? I d- uh, okay, it named it industry. Okay, where industry, like for example, if you want to see only data that starts with A, and then I will do a percentile and run this now. It should give me only those names that start with A, right? Any SQL query, if you know SQL, you can run it. It's as simple as that. Got it? Anyways, I will conclude the video here. If you're interested more in learning this Databricks thingy, let me know. I will make a separate video, a separate, big video, like a couple of hours video on it, but only if you guys are interested. That being said, in this video, you learned a lot. You learned how to install PySpark on Docker images, how to create those images, and how to execute PySpark using Jupyter notebooks from Docker images. You have seen that, and you have also seen how to execute Spark code from Databricks notebook. Got it? You will see more awesome stuff coming in the next videos. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you again for supporting this channel by watching all these playlists. See you in the next video. Have a great day. Peace out and love you all.